Okay, very good, friends. I thought I'd take you back to the summer of 61. Yeah, no, 1961. Oh, you thought I'd be taking you back to 1861. I think in a past life I could. And let me tell you, it wasn't any fun. Had a little thing going, the Civil War. Let's just go. Yeah, 1961's good enough. A lot more fun. I remember it was that summer, about this time of year. There was this. My friends and I lived up in western Morris County, New Jersey. Very rural back in those days. Not all hoi polloi and everything. It was a lot of farms and people that pretty much. It was all farm kids, pretty much. And I remember we had a chance to go down. One of our parents, my friend Joe's parents, wanted to go down to the Dunellen Fair. That was the big city, Dunellen. It's a little bit north of Plainfield, New Jersey. So it was kind of a busy area along old Route 22 and stuff. And so off we all piled into the back of my friend's dad's hog truck. No, he used to have a truck where he hauled hogs and garbage for the hogs, and that was the family car. And there was room up front for my friend Joe's kid sister, dad of course driving, and mom in the riding shotgun, and I do mean shotgun, and the rest of us in the hog truck. Well, we washed it down a bit. I don't think when we finally got to the fair we smelled too good, but that's how it goes. There were other farm kids at the fair. It was kind of like a farm fair, city fair. It was actually a pretty cool thing. Big fair, it seemed to us. If I went back in reality, maybe it was a small fair, but it seemed big to us. Rides and all that stuff, all the games of chance and a million different things you could eat, and of course lots of girls to flirt with, and we were having a ball, and it was a good night. And I know walking down the Midway, kind of crowded. All of a sudden, off to one side there, we see what looks like a stage area, and there's a guy walks out in a tuxedo. He's all excited. Hey, everybody, come on down! Yeah, you John Tina, yeah, and he's some radio guy. We didn't know necessarily who, but he was someone. Obviously a pretty good rock and roll announcer, and he's bringing out this band, introducing so and so on drums, and they got this guy. They're wheeling him out. He's playing a drum set, but he's on like a rolling cart. Yeah, the drums are all set up. They're pulling him out, whole bunch, and he's pounding away, tong, pong, tong. And the thing is, he's just playing the drums. Now out come some dancing girls. They're kind of singing along. They're all dressed in sort of what would have been like almost bikinis, but very fluffy. Yeah. And oh my God, those girls were beautiful. Oh, we're like, well, they're much older women. They were probably in their early 20s, those, yes. And boy, oh God. And of course, that got our attention. So we're kind of watching them. They're bopping around, shaking that thing. And then out comes a guitar player, a bass player, maybe a rhythm guitar player, a couple of horns, some guys for the horn section, big old saxophones going, and then here comes this about five guys dressed in like bellboys. Only much fancier. They come out, they're singing away, just howling to the music, and I don't know, just some song, just some song. And then out comes this guy. I remember it seemed like a tall, thin fella, and they announced. Well, they didn't really announce who he was, or if they did, we missed it. And I wish I had heard who it was. But the announcer said, "Now the group's going to do a song for you, number one in the area." Thing Bobby Lewis, and called "Tossin' and Turnin'," and with that, he gets, they hit it, and they're doing this wonderful. The fella doing the lead singing goes, "I couldn't sleep at all last night," and then they're into the song. The backup, the girls in the chorus are doing all the stuff they had to do to make the song just right. I'm not so certain it wasn't Bobby Lewis. I'm not so certain. Again, it went in one ear and out the other as far as who the heck was doing the song. They sing that one song, and then it's time for everybody to go in and see the big show inside the tent, just a quarter. Yeah. And so the band is just kind of rolling in. They all just did like this procession, and all the people that had their tickets in hand, mostly greasers. Yeah, guys, with leather jackets and the motorcycle caps, and they're right behind these dancing girls who are literally just shaking everything they got to get these guys to come on in. And well, they were doing a darn good job of it. Everybody's filing in. We didn't go. We did well. We thought, gee, a quarter, man, that's a lot of money. Although I don't know. Now I wish I had gone. In any case, that was back in 61. 61, Bobby Lewis's song, Tossin' and Turnin', I think was at the very top of the charts. May have even been voted the number one song of 1961 back in the day. Now that was, like I said, a million years ago, well over 50 years ago. And it was, well, let's go back now about 20 years, actually a little more than that, when Sandy and I first met. Okay, I was working, I had a radio show with a college station. I believe I was doing a Saturday afternoon show, Saturday morning show, oldies on a commercial station, WRNJ in Hackettstown. And and for one reason or another, I get a call one day, and it's from I believe it was the rescue squad in town, and they said, "Listen, Doc, we're doing a rock and roll show, an oldie show. How about you wanna introduce it?" I said, "My gosh," I said, "I think I would." And of course they said, "Well, it's going to be this time and that time. You're going to be promoting it anyway. Why not?" I said, "Yeah, on the station, heck yeah." And well, it was going to be held out in an area called Waterloo Village, which is a big concert venue, and a kind of a spot where they have events. It's very, very much out in the woods. It's an old, Waterloo's an old, I think, Morris and Essex canal town at one time. It's being refurbished, and people who dig history and just like walking around in the woods and the various paths and that kind of thing. Have a ball there. It is a nice place. So anyway, it was the Morris Canal, if nothing else. I think it was Morris in Essex, but I could be wrong. In any case, so I called Sandy. We were dating then, just getting to know each other. And Sandy would help me with some of my DJ gigs. If I was DJing a party or something, she'd pour herself into this pretty green dress. I'd throw on, believe it or not, a tuxedo. And off we'd go. And to do the gig. And we're I think slowly falling in love, and which was cool. And anyway, I said to Sandy, I said, "Gee, I'm going to go MC a show. You want to come along, be in it with me?" She says, "Well, she says, yeah." So I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay, so we're all, it's a date, so to speak. And, so I forget all the people that were there. I think we may have had the Drifters, I think, the Earls. I want to say Lou Christie. I could be wrong. There were a number of groups that later in life we did, so I might be confusing one with the other, one show with another. But I know one of the lead people was a fellow named Bobby Lewis, the guy that did Tossin' and Turnin'. I said, "Sandy, I think I saw this guy back when he was, when he was probably in his early 20s. Man, what a show he put on." And we. So anyway, the whole time I'm also thinking, my God, what have I done? There's going to be 4,000 people at this show. I'm going to be, oh man, and I got stage fright, something awful. And I think Sandy's sort of thinking the same thing. What's the matter with us? We should have just gone to the show. Now we're going to be in it. We got to get everybody all stomping, and oh man. and I'm the last guy to get people stomping around, hollering and yelling for a show. And well, anyway, I remember sitting in the tub thinking, getting all cleaned up to get into my tuxedo. And I'm thinking, what have I done? Why don't I just drown myself? Oh my God, it'll be better for those poor people in the audience. Poor folks on stage coming out with, nothing but crickets. and, and anyway, I'm my own worst enemy. It wound up, we go to the show. Sandy looked pretty as pie. Just gorgeous. And frankly, I don't look too bad in a tuxedo. Yeah. Just gotta, make sure the fly's up and all that stuff. Yeah. The tie's straight and send me out. I'll be all right. And so we just said, well, what do you think? Let's go do it. They're stomping for the show. So we go marching out. And all it took was the crowd to start cheering and yelling and clapping for us. And I don't know. I grabbed the microphone. I started hollering. And then finally, I hand the mic over to Sandy. She's quiet for a second, and then all of a sudden she just hollers at the top of her lungs, "Who wants to rock and roll?" And everybody, there was dead silence, and then all of a sudden everybody went nuts and started cheering. They're stomping and yelling. It felt so good. And the first act came out, whoever it was. Bobby Lewis was kind of later in the show. He may have even been the closer with that song of his. Anyway, we introduced all the groups. It did rather. I think we got through it okay. Bobby Lewis, of course, being much older, had a little bit of trouble with his eyesight. He was, I think, somewhat very limited eyesight. And I noticed, gosh, we're watching him sing, and he's getting way too close to the edge of the stage. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Sandy, he's going over. So I go running, I go out and I get him, and just pull him back. There was like an instrumental part there, and I said, You're close to the edge of the stage, Bobby. Come on back a little. Okay, I thank you. And he's singing away. And of course, he did his song. Everybody's howling and yelling. Oh, just having a ball. Show's over. Stagehands are working on the mess. I'm thanking again many of the groups for coming out. The rescue squads, very grateful. And gosh, people are asking for our autographs and stuff, and saying how pretty Sandy looked, and stuff like that. And Bobby Lewis, I remember I told my nephew that I'd get his autograph for his autograph book. My nephew Blake, and I did. I said, Bobby, could you maybe sign this autograph for my nephew Blake? He said, well, yeah, and he's having trouble seeing, but he signed whatever it was, and and he signed it. I said, well, geez, thank you. And that, I think, was one of the first rock and roll autographs I ever got. And I gave it to Blake, my nephew. And the show's over. We're heading home, heading back. I'm going to be dropping Sandy off at her place. And I said, geez, that went really well, didn't it? Yeah. She says, it did. She says, that was cool. I said, I even went up to Bobby Lewis afterwards, thanked him, asked for his autograph, and I felt pretty. He just wrote one out for me. Ain't that something, huh? An autograph. And she says, well, that's nothing. I said, what do you mean? She says, well, heck, I went over and talked to him. He gave me his phone number. I said, oh, geez. I'm thinking, what? That bum. Yeah, he knows you're. She says, well, what's that? She says, I was kind of honored. A fella having trouble seeing. I said, I don't think he's got any trouble seeing at all. God, love a duck. Phone number, huh? Let's call him. She says, no. She says, that's just leave it be. And so somewhere Sandy's got Bobby Lewis's phone number. Of course, that was years ago. I don't know if Bobby's even still among the living. I honestly, I don't know. Seemed like a nice guy, except I wish he would have left Sandy alone, for crying out loud. Anyway, well, you can't blame a guy for trying. Sandy is kind of pretty. Get right down to it. So, but anyway, so there you go. Thought you might like a story. Just a reminiscing, kind of getting it down. Okay, we'll see you later. Heading off to the Chatterbox in mere moments now. We'll see you later. Bye, friends.